It's preparing live stream. And I think we're live. Hi, Abby.
Are live. Hi, Sophie. Hi, everyone.
Monday night. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. All right. So the question today is, what are identifications and why is it important to know what they are?
Yeah, it's a great question.
Yeah.
Okay, Sophie.
Okay.
You're the queen for me of explaining this specific arena. So I'm excited about this call today.
I have to go one step back. Okay.
All right.
I have to go back to the ego. You know, every time I am now in my courses and in my presentations trying not to use the word ego, because I realize that people are totally freaking out about the word ego because people don't know what the ego is. And most people think that the ego is being arrogant or being a jerk or being obnoxious. It's not at all what the ego is. Like Abby has the most beautiful ego ever. She's pleasant and nice. And, you know, you can have a really nice ego. So, but because there is all this cultural inheritance about the word, it freaks people out. But to explain identification, I need to say the definition of the ego.
Yeah.
Very simple. Okay, everybody take a piece of paper, write it down for you. Or the only thing your ego is, the only thing, simple. It is the sum of all of your identifications. I mean, you cannot get more simple than that, right? So what is an identification? An identification is when you relate to something that is not you as if it was you. So for example, this is my phone. And if I identified with my phone, I would say I am a phone, right? Instead of I have a phone. Right? Yeah?
Yeah.
So we have many undistinguished identification. For example, people often say, I am American, I am French, I'm Spanish, okay? But no, you have a nationality that is called American or Spanish or French, but it is a human construct. It's an invention. You are not your nationality. And if you think you are, then you get extremist, you get separation, you get, how do you say when people go for their country as the best, like a
patriot,
patriot? If you know it's just a game, that's fine. But if you become a patriot to the extent where you go and kill other people, that's absurd, right?
Totally. Yeah.
Right? Like I am Christian, I am Muslim, I am Jewish. It's a human construct.
Right. Totally.
You can relate to your age, identify with your age, your gender, your marital status.
Oh, yeah.
Your job title, your bank account, your weight, your size. You can identify with being a nice person, with being a good person, with being an intelligent person, with being bright, with being fit, or a hard worker, or someone with a sense of humor. That's not who you are. So the moment you identify with it, you're stuck in a jail, in a prison. You can also identify with your views, with your opinions, your judgment, your thoughts, your emotions, your feelings. And that is not who you are. So I really want everybody to get the absurdity of relating to someone and embodying that something, in relating to something and identifying yourself with that thing that has nothing to do with who you really are. And of course, if you do that, you pay a price.
Wow. Yeah.
This absurdity has a price. You know, somebody told me there is an expression in English, there is no free lunches. If you're going to behave in an absurd way and relate to this bottle of water and identify with it saying, I'm a bottle of water, right? Well, you're going to have a cost. And the cost of identifying with something that is not you, your character, your identity, your feelings, your emotions, your social status, is that you will feel agitated, disgusted, ill at ease, troubled, reactive, protective. You'll go into survival mode. You'll feel burnt out, depleted, weak, exhausted, tense, and you won't know why. You will have a life that can work and still feel heartbroken or lonely or miserable, remorseful, regretful. Those are all the symptoms of identifying with something you're not. You can be insecure or envious, even jealous. Some people get sad and depressed, disappointed, discouraged, disheartened. There is an enormous list of symptoms that we encounter because we misidentifying and we don't know who we really are, right? Hopelessness, unhappiness, disconnection. I mean, even being bored.
Oh, absolutely. Yep.
Distracted. Or there is some other people, maybe they go indignant and angry and judgmental and annoyed and frustrated and impatient. Right? Each of us have the symptoms of misidentifying. And some of us get nervous and anxious and depressed and distressed, cranky, overwhelmed, right?
Yeah.
You know, how you know you're misidentifying with something that is not you is you don't experience joy and bliss. As I've often said, the very design of human being is to be in bliss. If you're not, you are misidentifying with something.
I think this conversation is so powerful, Sophie, because it's really easy to, I think it's easy to say like, oh, I'm not identified with that. I'm not identified with my job. I know that's not really me. That's just where I go. Yeah, we can say that, but how much of our personality do we build around being the things that we are in our life, or even the things that we're not? I found recently an identification. I'm not athletic. I can't be that. I'm not that. I am not that. Well, that puts a whole cage around me and the joy in my body and being embodied and fun. And the opposite of it isn't better. I am athletic. It's just that now I have freedom. Now I can play in my body. Now I can go do things. I don't need to be athletic or not athletic. I can just be in my life and have fun in my body.
That's good, Abby. I've never said that, and it's very good. I'm going to add it. It's you also identify with what you're not. Very, very sharp. Very good. Very good.
It's powerful. It's easy to say that's not me, but really it's if you look, they're everywhere, the identifications.
Absolutely. So if you go back to the definition of the ego, right? The ego is the sums of all your identification, the automatic ego. So what is, I was saying it on the webinar we led on Saturday. And by the way, there was 55 people registered in the webinar. Thank you for coming. It was fun. And I really enjoyed questions. And one of the participants on the webinar on Saturday asked me, but if I let go of my identification, then I'm nothing, right? But it's not nothing like no thing. Sorry, it's not nothing like an emptiness. It's no, and then another word, thing. You are not a thing. You are essence.
I love that. It makes you not stuck. Like you can be no thing.
That's right.
You still get to express through this world.
Not nothing like a void, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that is when you experience your essence, that is who you really are. So then how to be a human is now you're going to create identification, but they won't be real identification because you know you're going to choose them.
Yeah.
Right? That will serve your essence. That will be connected, aligned with your essence. And that is the difference between an automatic ego and a conscious ego. Because you do need an ego to function on Earth. You cannot, except if you want to be a monk or on the hill of the Himalaya in a cave, a mystic or whatever. So it's very, very different. And I often give this example. I call myself a wisdom teacher, but I don't identify with it. Don't identify with my title. I know I created it, I made it up. It works for me. It opens a whole world. People relate to me a certain way, but tomorrow I can create something else. I mean, the title wisdom teacher I created 5 years ago. I promise you I wasn't born a wisdom teacher. I have no gene that says this one is a wisdom teacher.
I love it because it's so expansive. That's something when I found the I'm not athletic one, and I saw that I was so believing that it was stopping me from doing things that were fun. And I started roller skating recently. And in the freedom of it, I don't have to become a roller skater. I have a lot of fun. By the way, my ego is people pleasing and perfectionist and all the things. I don't need to be perfect at it. I literally don't care. I'm having a blast. I fall down, I try something and it doesn't work. And it's all fun because I don't need to be athletic or be a roller skater or be perfect. It's just, I'm doing it and it's fun. And I think that's the freedom.
Look at it, Abby, right? If I may share your essence, right? Your essence, like the wind, right? Abby's essence, when you know her, it's like she's all, imagine a divine wind just, caressing everything, right? So that's the essence of Abby. She's got that feeling. So can you imagine that expressed in rollerblading? I can only assume that you just fly.
Oh, it's absolute heaven. It literally, and it does feel, that's why it's fun. Before, I never would have approached it. I would have always, I don't know if I can do that. And now it's like this place. I just get to go be my soul. My brain shuts off. I just play. It's so fun. And I think for me, it's a great example of how life expands when you break free of those identifications, those solid, stagnant, caged beliefs. It's amazing.
So would you see if there is any questions?
Of course. Yeah.
And while you do
that, as always, we love to have you here. So
course starts in 1 week, next Monday. So if you haven't, if you're still on the fence, don't hesitate to ask questions and dive in. It will be fun.
Asmat, I hope I'm pronouncing your name properly. Please correct me if I'm not. Says, it's the misidentification that we stubbornly hold on to and defend that's hard to recognize. No?
Yes. Yes, it's the blind ones. Those are the ones, but they're also the most delicious ones, because when you have the blind one, then a whole world open up, right?
That is so true.
Yeah. That's the fun of it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the fun of we have a silly joke, like hashtag it never stops. You keep finding more and more. And in some ways, yes, is it a little scary when that there might be some out there? Maybe, but instead it becomes this sort of that's what's stopping you. You just have to find it. Find where it is.
It's very easy, actually, right? I have a rule that I want to give to everybody. If there is any area of my life, where I'm not fully self-expressed and enjoy and bliss, then I know I'm misidentifying with something. I do not tolerate anything other than total well-being and happiness and freedom. So it's marvelous, right? Because if there is one area, all I have to do is find the identification, the misidentification. And it does take time sometimes. It does. Does. There is still some area of my life where I'm going, okay, I know I'm not seeing something. But when it comes, oh, it's like the sun after a storm.
It really is. A whole world opens up.
Yeah. Yeah. So as Matt, just go for it, darling. Any area of your life where you feel suppressed, all the symptoms I listed before, frightened, nervous, angry, judgmental, just there is a misidentification.
Absolutely.
All right.
And said thank you. And Kim, we love you. We love that you're here. And Kim said she walked on the beach today, just like Abby rollerbladed. So that's amazing.
So, Kim, she has done the course. Kim, will you share with people what you got out of the course? Any student of mine that has done the course with me, would you please share so everybody know what you got out of distinguishing your misidentifications? I would really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. A post on the wall would be amazing if you feel like it, whether it's written or a video, whatever it is, it would be wonderful. And just quickly before we go, the course starts in 1 week. Did you say that, Sophie?
Yeah.
Course starts in 1 week. Okay, sorry, I was looking at the phone. I wasn't sure if you said it. It is going to be so great. So join us if you feel the pull.
All right, Abby, thank you for your contribution. You are the best and the light of my life.
Oh, Sophie. I mean, really, it takes one to know one. I feel the same exact way. I just love all of this. And I love being here with you. And I love this community. I love being here and being in this space with everyone.
On Saturday. All right, everybody. Have a great week.
Bye, everyone. Have a great week.
Bye.